This is an anime recap video, and in this video, I'm going to show you an emo girl named Utena who has always admired magical girls Sulfur, Sayo, and Haraku but obtains evil powers from Venita and transforms into a powerful villain. It all starts on a nice sunny day in a town protected by a team of magical girls known as the Tres Magia. The girls battle a giant monster attacking their town. They activate their magic spells and attack it one by one. Seeing this, the monster gets annoyed and shoots a powerful beam their way. Sulfur, one of the magical girls, activates her powers and manages to block it using a shield. They then try their combo attack, but it has no effect on him, proving that the monster is just too much for them to handle. Meanwhile, a girl watches the battle between the monster and the magical girls from down below. Seeing the power of the monster, all three magical girls decide to combine their power to take the monster down once again. As the crowd below anxiously waits for the heroines to win this battle and save their city, an emo girl, who is a huge fan of magical girls, wishes to be like them herself. After watching the battle, she heads to a nearby area and buys some soda water. She wishes to be like them, and someone from behind says this too. Just then, a weird cat bat-like thing shows up and tells her that she can be like them if she wants. Our emo girl instantly recognizes that the cat bat thing is a cute mascot character who gives a totally average girl the power to transform. The cat bat thing introduces itself as Venita, and the girl can't believe how suddenly all of this is happening. She gives Utena a star, telling her that she has been chosen. Just as the star begins to transform her, she is very excited and surprised by the sudden turn of events. After the transformation, she looks at her costume and feels very embarrassed, stating that the costume does not match that of magical girls. Just then, Venita reveals that she is not chosen to be a magical girl but to become one of the villains of their evil organization. However, Utena, who has always admired the magical girls and desired to become like them, rejects the idea and decides to leave. Despite this, Venita keeps following her and noting all her activities. It reveals that it has done a lot of research on her, including friends and family. It tells her how average she is. Even her classmates do not notice her existence. Her grades are average, and instead of focusing on studies in her class, she just keeps on doodling on her notebooks and surfing the web, learning all about the magical girls. All the allowance she gets for the month is spent on buying magical girl merchandise, declaring that due to all these, she is the perfect candidate to become the next evil villain. Utena, hearing all this, still isn't interested in joining the evil organization, believing that the greatest joy a human can feel is knowing that someone needs their help. But Venita still insists, revealing that she must join the evil organization because it will benefit the magical girls too. She further explains that magical girls only exist because they have an evil organization to battle, and without them, they'll lose their reason to exist. It also informs her that sometimes they form stronger bonds with enemies they're always fighting. Without further ado, it sends the star towards her and transforms her into her evil costume. But Utena still dislikes it. Hearing this, Venita blackmails her, showing her 220k followers account and revealing that if she does not join their organization, it will post her yummy photos and transformation videos to their account. Before she can do anything, the magical girls arrive and think of her as a villain, quickly deciding to take her down. Our emo girl, Utena, cries for help and tells them that she was forcefully transformed into a villain. Without any investigation, the idiotic magical girls think that she is trying to deceive them and can't believe any of the words she is saying. Utena, shocked at this, wonders what she should do in this situation. Just then, Venita tells her to use her crop weapon, the Frustino Dominanza, as it contains magical powers. Since she doesn't want to get hurt, she decides to follow the instructions of Venita. She then touches a small flower with her weapon, and it turns into an evil monster, shocking Utena. Venita reveals that her crop has some special powers, and with this, she can create evil monsters and use them according to her wishes. After capturing the magical girls, she sighs with happiness but then wonders why she is happy, as she is hurting the magical girls whom she admired the most. The flower monster continues to squeeze their bodies and begins to tighten up its grip. Seeing this, Venita informs her to take the matter into herself, but she denies it, stating that this is enough and wants to let go of the magical girls. However, it again shows her videos and photos, causing her to head towards the group. The magical girls, sick of being squeezed by the flower monster, request Utena to let them go, but she tells them to show their backside. Just then, she takes out her crop and begins beating them from the backside. As they yell in pain, she wonders why she is beating them and wonders if this is a dream, but realizes that she enjoys hurting them. Seeing all this, Venita reveals that the emotion she felt for magical girls wasn't love, but a twisted delight from watching them suffer. The next day, she wakes up in her bedroom and believes that this was all a dream. But Venita brushes it down, stating that her first battle was amazing but now it wants her to conquer the world. Later that day, Utena tried to convince herself that she admires the magical girls in a positive way, not negatively. Suddenly, one of the magical girls and her classmate, Haraku, notices her and greets her. She expresses appreciation for Utena's care of the flowers, revealing that she sees her every day. Thinking about the monster flower, she bends down to her knees and reveals that she doesn't deserve this gratitude. Haraku tries to get her up, but due to the beating she received yesterday, she hesitates and heads to her class. Later, during their class, the girls change into new clothes, and a girl hit one of the magical girls, Sayo, on her back, causing her to fall to her desk. The other two arrive, revealing that they can feel her pain. But Sayo vows to find our emo girl and take revenge. Sulfur reveals that the girl who beat them has the same magic as them, and they can't recognize her when she is transformed. Just then, they feel a monster aura coming from the city and leave the class by telling their teacher they need to go to the bathroom. They head to the school roof and say the word transmagia, which allows them to transform into their magical girl's avatar. However, even after their transformation, they still feel pain in their back. Just then, Venita informs Utena that magical girls are on the hunt, and it needs her to go there and hurt the magical girls. It also informs her that when she says the word transmagia to her crop, it will automatically transform her into her villain costume. She obliges and transforms into her evil avatar while the magical girls defeat another monster. Venita asks Utena to fight again, but she refuses. However, it shows her a video of her beating the hell out of the magical girls and tells her what her family will think when they see this video, and their daughter being a supervillain. It then asks her to turn the mannequin lying around into monsters, and she forcibly obliges. Just then, the monsters once again grab all three magical girls and start tickling them. Seeing them smiling and in pain, she heads towards them and starts tickling them herself. She does that to all three magical girls and asks if they are enjoying this or not. Just then, Sayo breaks the mannequin holding her, causing Venita to believe that Utena still lacks power. So, it asks her to fall back, and they quickly leave the area through a magical portal. Back at home, Venita observes how Utena is actually enjoying being a supervillain and defeating the magical girls, but she quickly denies finding joy in being a supervillain. The next day, while in her class, Utena thinks about ways to hurt magical girls, but her teacher scolds her and tells her not to sleep in class. After the class, Sayo tells the other two that she has some important work to do and leaves. On the way, she sees Utena and asks if she's okay. She even tells her that if she finds herself in trouble, she will help her out. Utena thanks her for being kind to her, and after hearing these words, Sayo decides to leave. On the way home, Utena can't stop thinking about evil ways and methods to hurt the magical girls and tells herself that she has to stop doing this. Just then, she sees a shrine and visits there. She prays to God to stop her from doing terrible things to the transmagia and help her get away from Venita. After that, she decides to return home but sees a book of a girl magazine lying on the ground. At first, she hesitates to open it, but then ends up reading it. The magazine has all the methods written in it which she can use to hurt magical girls. While she enjoys reading all this, Venita spies on her and believes that her power is increasing with her desire. Near the backside of the shrine, Sayo cleans the room and the hall, believing that everything is going fine today. However, her fine day turns into a worse day as a transformation magic appears behind. Utena, shocked at her transformation, wonders why she transformed despite not saying the word transmagia. However, Venita reveals that her desire made her powers burst out of her containment. Like and comment if you enjoy this video. Subscribe to my channel for more anime recaps, and tell me what anime recap you like to see next in the comments below.